evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, and thank you for joining me this evening. I hope tonight finds you well. I've been doing a little vacation for myself. My husband and I got the chance to steal off to the beach, to the Central Oregon coast, and amazingly had great weather for the month of May. We didn't expect anything because usually the month of May is pretty cold, pretty rainy, pretty dreary on the Oregon coast, but we didn't care. All we wanted to do was go to the ocean and hear the waves, and that's what we got. Plus, we got a little bit of nice weather where we could walk the beach. And it was beautiful t-shirt weather, no wind, a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds, but it didn't rain. So we gave it a 10 for the week. So here we are back and ready to do it. So I had ran into somebody on our trip, actually. I found an amazing crystal store. Of course, I've known about this crystal store for about a year, but every time we get down to the Central Oregon coast, we go there. Sticks, Stones, and Bones. I do believe that they ship out, so you can check out their website. I don't know how good their website is. I've actually never visited it, but they have amazing, beautiful crystals, high quality from some of the best minds out there. So we always have to take a journey, and we've become, friends with the owners of the business. So as we were chatting, ran into somebody, and we started talking about mediumship and light workers. And of course, this person that I ran into was a medium, and she didn't know what to do with any of this information, and what to do with it. Do I have to share it? Do I have to do something with it? She said. So, which brought me up to the topic for tonight. And actually, I'm going to be using it as part of my write-up on my blog, on my website, as well as what is a light worker, and what does a light worker do? Like, what are the responsibilities of a light worker? You might be coming into this for the very first time. You might be looking at Reiki or energy work. Maybe you're a tarot reader or an angel card reader, a psychic or a medium. There could be so many facets out there, and you're wondering, wow, do I really have to get out there? Do I have to really be out there? And the answer is no, because like I was telling this person, we've been given these gifts as light workers to, number one, really to help ourselves navigate the path and this lifetime and what we're supposed to be doing, and which direction we're supposed to be going. So first and foremost, it's about keeping yourself on track. And then if you feel like you want to expand out, you can always help friends, family, and maybe even start a business if that's what you want to do. Or maybe you just do this as fun and part-time, really no pressure. So, just because you have, gifts, and even if, maybe you don't even know what your gift is right now, and that's okay too. Being a light worker is more than just having credentials or a name to put to it, right? You can be a light worker and you can be helping, you can be working in a shelter. You can be helping your next door neighbor who's elderly and needs a little bit extra help, right? So you don't have to be something else. You don't have to be called something. Oh, I'm an energy worker or I'm a Reiki master. No, light workers can be all kinds of things. It's about helping. It's about being the light and being essentially an extension of the almighty present creator, God, whatever you want to call that higher power. It's being an extension of that light and helping others. So whatever you do, whatever you call yourself is absolutely perfect for you. Don't get caught up in, all of, all of the things out there and trying to figure out, even if you do energy work, right? Don't pin yourself to a box. I think if you've followed me enough and you've heard me have readings with other people, they have incredible gifts. People have incredible gifts, and they don't need to have a name associated with that, right? It's just that they're moving the energy, they're doing something with it, they're helping people as they are moving the energy and clearing the energy, transmuting that energy. So just know that your path as a light worker is perfect, and you are in the right moment at the right time to be doing the work. So if you have any questions about light workers, or being an empath or anything else, please feel free to reach out to me either on my Facebook pages, Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine, or you can reach me at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Be happy to help you out with any questions there that you may have. All right. And like I said, shine on, do your work, because you helping the world makes the world a better place. All right. We are going to go to the phone lines right now. We have a caller ready to go. We have Rose in Boone, North Carolina. Good evening, Rose, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Can you
you?
hear me?
I
I'm
can.
okay, I suppose.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
I really don't have like a specific question, I don't think. I just wanted to see if you could tell me some stuff. I really don't know what to ask.
Okay, that's okay. I can do a general reading for you, and then something may arise out of that. So let's just start there. How's that?
That sounds great. Thank
Okay, so give me just a moment here to tune in, to see what your angels and guides have to say. And then there's going to be a little moment of silence as I do this. And then I'll be right back with you. Okay.
you so much.
Okay. Okay. All right, Rose. So what, so what they were bringing to me is just like, I feel very tired. Like you're just very tired of life, so to speak, right now. Things just seem to be moving kind of slow, and they're kind of sluggish, and you're just not really sure what maybe direction to go, or where it's leading you. It just feels very very flat, I think. Um, have you been feeling kind of that way recently?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, yeah. Um, there feels like there's going to be a little bit of an uptick. Like there's going to be a shift for you coming up. And then it's going to be like wheels in motion. Might take a little bit of, um, it might take a little bit of time. It's not going to be like boom overnight, like a light switch. Okay. It's going to be this gradual progress. But that gradual progress is going to give you kind of that little spark of hope and go, okay, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the path I'm supposed to be taking. Okay. Um, I feel like that's going to happen over the next, even the next couple of weeks. Like, um, like the first part of June is going to shift for you. Um, and it's going to give you a new drive for life. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot happening coming up in June for you. There seems to be like this big, it's almost like things are building right now, right? And you may not see it, but it's kind of going on behind the scenes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, and you seem to be right on exactly, or kind of how I'm feeling, and I'm working really hard, and um, I'm actually wanting to get an apartment, and it's supposed to be like ready in June. So I'm hoping. I mean, this stuff is really, that's exactly how I've been feeling. It's taken a long time to do anything.
Right. 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 So if it's like you're gonna get into this new place, right? It's gonna be this fresh start that you need. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be this little flame that you go, oh, here we go. Okay, this, and then more things will show up for you. Um, it just feels like it feels like it's been building for you for about 6 months. Um, and so now you're going to see kind of like the fruits of the labor, I suppose you can say, right? All the things that you've been working towards, all the things that you have been asking for are starting to show up for you. And they're going to be showing up little by little by little. Um, so I think that you're going to see a really good shift once you get into this new place of yours.
That makes me happy. That gives me some hope. I was really worried you might say some bad stuff because I seem to be having bad luck, but maybe it's changing around.
Yeah, right. So, and then, it's, I've been there too, right? Where it's just, it feels like it's one thing after another after another. And so when I've been in that situation, I've had to sit back and reflect and go, okay, so yes, those things seemed like they really weren't great for me, or they weren't what I would consider good luck, right? But I had to sit back and look and say, okay, what was the good out of that? What was learning? What was my learning experience from this, right? Because we learn something from everything that we go through in life. It's a matter of sitting with that and kind of reflecting back, and you go, oh, wait a minute, I get it now, right? Um, there may be some things that you've gone through that you really aren't going to understand why you went through them for a while. There's going to be some things that come up that you go, oh, I get that. I understand that. But there's going to be some things that it's going to take a little while for that to shake out before you really understand why that happened. Because not all the time things from the outside may look like they're a bad thing when really it could be a blessing in disguise. And that's really the hardest thing for us as humans to understand. It's like, oh, that was so horrible. Why did I have to go through that? But then when you get through on the other side, you go, oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I see. But some things just take a little bit longer to come through before we can see that side. Hi, Rose. Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm still here. I just didn't know what to say. I was listening, and I just feel really good about this phone call.
Good.
I, I, I feel really good about it. I feel like that maybe I'm doing right. So it's
Yes.
hard.
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, I think there's going to be some things that you've had to deal with that you won't really understand until later. But I just feel like there's this ball that's rolling, and it's just going to keep rolling and progressing for you. Um, are you looking at changing your job as well?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been actually thinking about it. Yes, thinking
Okay.
about it, but I don't know. I want to be safe and sorry, and I do have a job and a good job. Well, I mean, it doesn't pay very well, but my people at my work are very good. But I have still been thinking about changing jobs. Yes, I have.
Okay. I think that you're going to be making a job move. It feels like it also might be more than just a job move. It might be more of a career change. Something that suits you a little bit better. Um, it's going to be one of those things where you have a job, right? And you have really great people that you work with. So it's about waiting for the right one. But I really feel like there's one coming for you. Like it's going to come find you. You're not really going to have to go look for it. It's just going to be there. And it's going to feel easy. Like, you know, someone's going to say, "Hey, have you thought about this? Maybe you should talk to this person." And then that's going to lead to somewhere else, which is going to lead to somewhere else. But in the meantime, you're just kind of sitting back going, "Okay, well, let's just see how this plays out," right? When there's no stress involved in these decisions, when there's no, when you're not forced to have to look for something different or under pressure, I guess, things just come in so much easier. And I'm feeling that this is what is going to happen for you as well.
I sure hope so, because I need some good stuff finally. I need some good stuff.
We all do. Absolutely. We all do. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I feel like with this too, that you're looking or you're going to be acquiring a new vehicle as well, which is odd. Not That's not something that usually comes up when I'm talking with people, new vehicles, but it's coming up for
Oh,
you.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't usually come up? Huh. Well, maybe a new job and a new car. That would be awesome.
Yeah. It just feels like things are just like I said, they're just progressing, they're moving and they're flowing, right? Um, I think there's going to be some big changes for you in this next it feels like 9 to 12 months.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely been changing. It's definitely been changing. And it's definitely changing more. There's no doubt about that. I just hope it gets more on the positive side. I mean, I'm trying. So I don't know.
Right. So your guys are showing me that they recognize what you've been doing and moving forward, the forward progress that you're making. And so they're saying, stick with it. Don't give up. Um, yeah, because you're definitely not a quitter. You stick in there till the very end, right? It's almost like someone has to
Yeah.
say, okay, enough is enough. Rose, come on. You need to stop. You need to move on. You're very
Yeah. And then
yes.
still have problems stopping and moving on. Yes, I'm very much like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's been going on in my life because I just haven't been able to let go. But I'm starting to try to let go, and it feels different to me. Things do feel different.
Right. Right. Well, it sounds like really exciting stuff coming up for you. So, have I
Yeah.
answered everything I can for you this evening?
Yes, you did great. You did better than especially since I didn't even really have a question, but you answered them even though I didn't have any. So that was pretty awesome.
Well, good. I'm so glad I had help.
And no doubt. We always have to have help, huh?
That's right. Absolutely. Well, great. Thank you, Rose, for calling in this evening, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much, and you have a good night.
Thanks. You too. All right. Next, we have Sheila in Kentucky. Good evening, Sheila, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Well, hello. How are you tonight?
I am good. How are you?
I am good.
Excellent. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I guess just the general.
A general reading?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Give me just a couple seconds here as I tune in to see what your loved ones have to say, and I'll be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Okay, Sheila. Wow. So your guides want you to know that um, you are such a bright spot. You have such a bright light and such a positive outlook and demeanor. And they, you have so many guides and angels backing you up. And, you're an empath. Um, and you feel everything so deeply, and you are such a caring person, and you want to help everybody that comes into your path. um, you just have um, so much to share, I guess. And they're wanting you to realize this, because I think you just kind of go along and you're like, oh yeah, okay, well this is what I do and it's no big deal. And they're wanting you to know it is a big deal, okay? That you really help so many people on so many different levels. Um, like I said, you're just the bright spot in their day, and you do make a difference in what you do, in what you say, and how you act and interact with people. So, it's a matter of, understanding this, I guess, because you don't give yourself very much credit.
No, I don't. You are so right about that one.
Yeah. So they're saying, keep doing what you're doing because you're making a difference. Um, it's the little things that you do, right? Checking in on people. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Something feels off. Something doesn't feel right. It's those little things that you do for people, and it's going to come back for full circle for you. Um, you've got a
Well, I'll say
lot
it
of.
does. I recently just lost my 20-year-old baby girl uh, in
Oh,
April 15th, actually. So, yeah, I definitely need bright lights in my life.
oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. So sorry. Um, Well, and that makes so much sense, as far as what is coming through. That bright light, that meaning, that purpose, right? That you are bringing a purpose through, right? And you have all these people coming, all these guides and angels, and of course your daughter on the other side coming through so strong to help you to be that to be that bright light and to keep shining on.
yeah, she most definitely would want, she wouldn't want me depressed and down and out. And I always pushed her to be more than she could ever want to be, just be more and push her to
Right.
the right things. And
Right. And you did, right? You did that for her. You guided her, you
oh yeah,
showed her all of those things, and she's so grateful for that. She's so grateful. Um, she's showing me that she didn't even realize all of that until she went to the other side. And she just wants you to know how grateful she is for just, your guidance, your positivity, all of the things you did to support her when she felt like nobody else was going to support her.
yeah, we went through some major rough times, especially in the teenage years. A lot of
Right.
rebellion, a lot of fighting against me. And then she went down a very dark road, and then she was coming back. I had her, coming back. She had her own place. She was, finally figuring out what life really is. And
Right.
and then the tragic event happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sheila, we are coming down to the last couple seconds of our show, but I just want you to know that she is with you all the time and she's supporting you in every single way you can. And you're very, very special to her.
I just
So I
hope
hope
she
that
keeps
keeps-
watching out for me.
She will. She absolutely will.